Hey everyone, thought I'd make a little video today. I wish I could do more videos more frequently, but there's only so many hours in a day and I am a wagey, so it's hard to squeeze that in my schedule. Got bills to pay. My coworker was shocked when I told him that the average pay in Canada was $33.55 an hour. We make considerably less than that, and he didn't believe me. He said that was BS, so I had to send him the stats can information on it. And yeah, we make $7 more an hour than minimum wage, and so that $23 and change becomes $16.50 an hour after deductions, taxes, and converting that to US dollars, to real money, or realer money than the fake Canadian dollar that we have, that's 12 US an hour. Okay, on top of that, of course, the sales tax and everything like that. So even being a dishwasher in the States makes more money, keeps more money, right, than we do. I intended on just leaving it at that, but in the editing stage I decided to go down the rabbit hole. So in Montana, for example, dishwasher position here pays $16 an hour starting, and they guarantee 32 hours per week. So 16 an hour times 32 hours a week, that's $512 a week. 52 weeks a year is $26,624 before any sort of taxes. The effective tax rate in Montana for this salary would be 14.84%, which is $3,950 in annual taxes. The take-home pay is $22,674 US. You can see the link down there. You can check it out yourself. Compare this to a dishwasher in Ontario. Dishwasher here, $17 an hour. Says full-time, but we're going to assume 30 hours. Make it the same as the last example. So that's $510 a week, 52 weeks a year, $26,520 a year. The effective tax rate is 20%, $3,354 in annual tax. Take-home pay being $23,166. So $23K compared to the US, $22,600. You might think that it's actually better being in Ontario, being in Canada. But you're conflating US with Canadian dollars. So as you see here in Bozeman, Montana, $22,674 US is equivalent to $36,496 Canadian. $36,500 Canadian, okay? In Ontario, that $23,166 Canadian is equivalent to $16,895 US. 36,500, 16,900. This shows that someone working the exact same job in is paying an extra $5,779 US, or $13,330 Canadian, in extra income tax. Plus, you have to consider sales tax. 0% sales tax in Montana. 13% sales tax in Ontario. You look at fuel, comparing the price of gasoline as of August 13th, 2024. You're paying $3.52 US a gallon in Montana, compared to Ontario, where it's the equivalent of $4.50 US a gallon. Plus housing, send tax, utilities, phone bills. Canada has the most expensive phone bills in the world, etc. Canada is a second world country teetering on third world status. We are taxed to hell here. Canadians actually pay more in tax than housing, groceries, and clothing combined. And then I saw this morning that the United Nations just reported that Canada's temporary foreign worker program is a breeding ground for modern slavery. You have these franchise owners who are only hiring these foreigners because they don't know their rights, they don't know how to exercise them, they don't have any rights, and they're going to do a lot of work for peanuts. So when you have the United Nations decrying that, denouncing that, it's pretty damning. On top of that, you have wage subsidies of up to $7,000 to hire students who belong to one of these categories. Basically, anyone who's not a straight white male. Anyway, I just see how much I'm making compared to so many people I know who make far less, who make minimum wage, $16 an hour. I guess it's going up to 17 something this October here. And how can you survive? How can you afford to even have roommates making that little? And people are really reaching a boiling point here. And I think a lot of Americans have no idea how good they have it. I've talked to Americans and they're shocked. They think that our healthcare system is phenomenal and all the stuff that they've been told. But really, we are a second, if not third world country. We are experiencing truly communism here when you have a quarter of the population working for the government in some capacity. That's not job creation, that's an additional tax burden on the taxpayer. So, you know, it'd be one thing if we had superior healthcare and services, but we don't. It's horrendous. So anyway, just a quick video for today, and I'll see you next time.